Hi, I'm Ananta Owens, and I'm here to talk to you all today about mindset. So, what exactly is a mindset? By definition, a mindset is a cognitive framework to guide one's attention, information processing, decision making, and thinking about the meaning of effort, success, failure, and one's own personal qualities. There are four mindsets that each provide a pair of contrasting motivational systems that exist simultaneously within each individual. While the motivational systems coexist, people tend to lean toward one motivational system rather than the other. This tendency toward one motivational system or the other occurs sometimes as a result of chronic personality differences and other times occurs as a result of situation-specific circumstances. There are four different mindsets: deliberative implemental, promotion prevention, consistency dissonance, and growth. And the one I'm focusing on is growth fixed. Deliberative promotion, consistency, and growth are considered more positive or more open mindsets, while implemental, prevention, dissonance, and fixed are more negative or closed mindsets. Growth and fixed are two contrasting ways of thinking about the nature of one's personal qualities. Growth is the belief that one's personal qualities are malleable, changeable, and can be developed through effort. This is saying the more you try and the more you learn, the better you get. This means that the more you learn and practice your qualities or skills, the more you can improve at them over time. On the contrary, fixed is the belief that one's personal qualities are fixed, set, and not open to change. This is saying you either have it or you don't, which is a way of saying that the qualities you're born with are the ones that you'll have for life. Where does the fixed growth mindset come from? Fixed growth mindsets are cognitive frameworks that are learned and that suggest the possibility that entity versus incremental thinking is a product of one's socialization history. This theory has been tested on many times by both adolescent and college students. Research conducted by Dweck and Yeager shows that when adolescents are taught the intellectual and social skills they need to succeed, they may not employ them adequately unless their mindsets foster the idea that their academic and social adversities have the potential to improve. One way that children acquire the fixed versus growth mindset is through the praise and criticism that they receive from both parents and teachers, because praise and criticism send children subtle and not so subtle signals about the nature of their personal qualities and abilities. With ability praise, parental and teacher feedback essentially judges the child's personal qualities by saying that they're so smart or they're not smart enough, and this judgment tends to grow in children a fixed mindset and entity-oriented meaning system. Alternately, with effort praise, parental and teacher feedback actually comments on the child's underlying coping style, like by saying that they worked hard or they worked not as hard as the other kids. And this commentary tends to grow in a children a growth mindset and incremental oriented meaning system. How is mindset applied to the nutrition field? Mindset plays a major role in determining what, when, and how much we eat. Looking at the approaches used by the weight loss industry, both diets are restrictive in nature. They primarily focus on cutting out certain food groups or reducing the two primary philosophies that are taught in eating psychology are dynamic eating psychology and mind-body nutrition. Dynamic eating psychology takes into account who we are as eaters and how our life experiences influence the way that we eat. Mind and body nutrition has similar roots to mindful eating in that they both focus on stress reduction tools to help enhance weight loss and digestion. Mindful eating emphasizes the ancient practice of mindfulness to bring more awareness and presence to everyday eating habits. Bringing more awareness to the present moment helps to break old eating habits and self-sabotaging behaviors. Creating a healthy mindset. Recent studies suggest that mindset matters in the types and amounts of food that you choose to consume and in your body's physiological response to it. By changing your mindset to become less critical, more inclusive, and more positive, you may have the power to improve your health. There are several ways to have a more positive mindset, and some of them include but aren't limited to slowing down when eating. Slowing down with food helps to prevent overeating and helps you be more satisfied from the flavors of the food, and also provides an opportunity to bring more awareness to daily food choices. Paying attention to how hungry or how full you are. Instead of focusing on following a particular diet, start to pay attention to your body's natural hunger and fullness cues. Bradley P. Turnwald and Alia J. Crumb's Smart Food Policy for Healthy Food Labeling, Leading with Taste, Not Healthiness, to Shift Consumption and Enjoyment of Healthy Foods included 4 different studies discussing 3 different hypotheses. The first one being whether changing healthy food labels to emphasize taste and satisfaction rather than nutritional properties would encourage more people to choose them, sustain healthy purchases over the long term, and improve both the perceived taste of and mindsets about healthy foods. Here's what they found. In studies 1 and 2, taste focused rather than health focused labeling increased choices of vegetables, salads, and vegetable wraps. Study 1 was run in 2 different days at a tasting table in a university cafeteria serving undergraduate and graduate students as well as staff mixed vegetables with a miso dipping sauce. One day, the vegetables were labeled with a health-focused description and verbally described as healthy, nutritious, and good for you by staff members. On the other day, the same dish was both labeled and described as delicious and tasty. Results revealed that significantly more people selected the vegetables when they were labeled as tasty than as healthy. Study 2 was run at a conference lunch buffet. Diners had their choice of. Study 3 examined the long-term effects of taste-focused versus health-focused labeling on sustained consumption of vegetarian entrees in competition with meat entrees. The study was conducted at a pay-by-weight cafe, serving diners at lunch during each weekday over a 2-month period. Days were randomly assigned to a health-focused or taste-focused labeling condition. Each day, diners served themselves from a food bar consisting of a meat entree, vegetarian entree, and starch or other side, and research assistants discreetly recorded diners' food choices. To highlight the contrast that typically exists between the tasty descriptions of meat and the health-focused descriptions of vegetarian options. To conclude, the single most important factor influencing a person's success, whether personal or professional, is mindset. What you think about consistently